What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny, for the people that doesn't know me, and we're working on a 66 Mustang. So we're driving back from Harbor Freight. We went to pick up an inexpensive tool, this one right here, a brake bleeder, to finish our brake system. The problem is that we need a compressor to use that tool, which I have one. But the thing is, my compressor is the type of a pancake compressor, really small. So the instruction says that it's not recommended to use this tool, but doesn't say that you cannot use it. So I'm gonna give it a shot to see if it works. Probably it's gonna take longer than the bigger compressor because it's gonna kick in on, you know, to keep the pressure a lot. Probably will have to play a little bit with the bleeding screw, you know, close it until the compressor reach their pressure and blah 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 blah. So if it doesn't work, no problem, we will go to AutoZone and get another type of bleeder that it's like a vacuum bleeder too, but it doesn't use a compressor. Just it's like a type of a gun that you will pump to make the vacuum and then release the pressure with the bleeder screw to suck the fluid out of a system with the air. But yeah, let's see what we can do with what we got. All right, guys, this is the compressor I'm gonna use. Let me repeat it. It's not recommended for this application, for this tool, but that's what I have. I'm gonna test it. If it works, that's fine. If it doesn't work, we will go in another route. So that's the tool, and basically we're gonna remove the top of the master cylinder, fill it up with more fluid, and then start the process. And the process is pretty basic. You will need to start from the farthest point from the master cylinder or your longer brake line, and then all the way back until you get the short one. In this case, it's going to be rear passenger, rear driver, front passenger, front driver. If you're having a car with a different setup, let's say that your master cylinder is right here because you're in UK or in Australia, it's going to be, you know, rear driver, rear passenger, front driver, front passenger. Or if you're working in a newer car with a ABS model in the middle of the car, then you'll need to check all your lines to see which is the longest one, and that's your starting point. So I'm gonna do that. Remove the cap, put the fluid on a good level, and we're gonna start in the rear passenger side wheel. All right, guys, we got the fluid into the master cylinder. We just fill up the rear one because we're going to start on the rear brakes. And we get everything hooked up. The compressor is set up for 100 psi to the tool. So it comes pre-assembled, but keep in mind that doesn't come with the adapter for the air hose. So luckily, I could remove one from one of the guns that I got here. So in this case, these brakes are designed to different type of applications. In my case, they're installed in the back. You can install it in the front, but for my application goes this way. And you got two bleeding screws, one here and the other one in the inside. I don't know if you guys can see, yeah, right here. And also you get two in the bottom, one here and one in the back. That's why if you install it this way, you will use the bottom ones because they're going to be in the top. And in here, we're going to use this because those are the ones in the top. Do not bleed from the ones in the bottom because you're not going to remove the air. So use the ones on the top always. Even if it doesn't matter if you have it here or there, you will use the one in the top. So let's give it a shot. All right, we will place this on the bleeding screw. We will lose that like a quarter of a turn. I think we're fine. and then hit the trigger. I'll do it like in the middle, not all the way down, because we'll be demanding more air. So let's see how it goes. All right, let's see now. Now we're seeing I think our problem is we're getting air. It's not properly sealed. So I think that's why we're not bleeding complete. So I think this fitting right here, it's too big for my bleeding screw. So we're sucking air through this, and that is causing us that we cannot bleed properly. Yep. So I'm gonna try to see if my wife wanna help me with this, just pumping the brakes to see if I can make it without this, just the hose and without the compressor, to see how it goes. And let's see what happens. If it doesn't work like that, I'll go to AutoZone to get the other type of bleeder. All right, guys, it was a total disaster. So the tool, I will say that it works with a small compressor. The only thing is you need to let it recharge like every probably 30 seconds. But the thing is, what happened with me is the hose, it was too big for my my bleeding screw. So the bleeding screw that I have is really, really small. So I went to Home Depot to get more a different hose. I brought two, but it's still not sealing properly. So when I start to bleeding with the tool, I start sucking air in between the bleeding screw and the hose. So I tried with zip ties, you know, to try to press it. It didn't work. So after going to AutoZone and found out that they don't have the tool that I need, I decided to go prehistoric way. I don't know if I said that right, but it's been good. I already did the rear and that one. We're on the last one. So let me show you what I did just to finish the bleeding process. So it's a little rustic. I don't know if I said that right either, but let's see. So what I got here is my transmission jack, a quarter of paint, and this flashlight just to cover this gap. So what I've been doing is just pushing the brakes with my hand. At this time you will feel the brake pedal getting hard because I'm at the last wheel. So if you're doing the rear ones, you're not gonna feel this, but now we're feeling it. So you just pump it a couple times and then lock it in place with the can. and go to the caliper, open the bleeding screw for a couple seconds, close it, and then come back and repeat the process. All right, guys, that was it. I already complete the fluid on the master cylinder, cap it off. I will say that the tool, it works with a small compressor. My problem was, like I said, the seal in between the hose and the bleeding screw. The attachment that it comes with it, it was too big for it. So that's why I removed it and tried with the hose. Actually, this is not the hose. I replaced this, that hose for this one, which is a small, I think is 1/4 of an inch. You gotta check that. But I think it will work if you have the proper fitting for your bleeding screw. At the end of the day, this was the tool that saved the day. The little can helper. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We already got the pedal hard, the brakes lock when you push the pedal. So I think we're good. No airs on the system, but we need to test it. So I double checked, there's no leaks, no nothing. So see you in the next one.